Dude, I realize where I live now is so shit compared to how it used to be because now there's like planes and shit. I live next to an airport and a train. Welcome to OCE Radio, where you get to experience the trains and the planes. That's fun.
That rhymes.
No,
wow.
but we've actually started.
How long has it been?
It's been a long time.
Ever since then, my channel has died and I'm no longer relevant.
Yeah. Those are still here. Thanks for sticking around. RTB on his last legs before he keels over and dies in the YouTube social scape. Fall off the mountain.
Podcast is going to get more views than my normal video soon.
Our OC radio channel is going to take off, and your channel.
I'm just going to become a full-time podcaster.
Yeah, full-time podcast like me. Not even full-time. Anyway, perhaps we can have a chat about why the podcast disappeared.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
Well, we'll get to drama, but why did the podcast die? Where have we been?
Okay, so there's been internet issues. And then also, so I couldn't get Optus had to come almost it took 5 attempts before I got my internet installed because my internet providers are really bad. And then when I finally got it installed, oh sorry, Mr4Eva forgot to record. So
how good was that?
Yeah, so there's been no podcast because of that.
Yeah. The real feels bad. So my bad on that one, but also tragic that it was 4 weeks before we even got that far, you know?
Yeah, no more, over a month.
We waited a month, tried to record, and then I fucked up the recording. I'm pretty sure I did record it. I just deleted every file on my OBS or something retarded. And then I was just like, where's the podcast? Pretty rough times. But yeah, we're going through some tough times in the podcast, the YouTube. Tough times. So yeah, basically that's it. We haven't been podcasting because Daniel's internet's been a bit sketchy. And
pretty much. Basically
during that time, I guess we had not PAX. What am I saying? What was it called? Smash? We had SmashCon.
Yes. Don't talk about it.
We're not going to talk about it.
One. The one that didn't record.
We talked about it, but didn't record. Well, we won't go into depth because it's too long. It's too far. It's
pretty much. I had a great time, even though I shit talk anime conventions.
Yeah,
I was like, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So that happened, and then since that time, Daniel moved house. I moved house. Everyone's moving.
Everyone moved house.
Sony didn't move house. But
Sony wants to move house.
Sony wants to move house. I mean, that's basically the same thing. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty wild stuff. We were going to talk.
Oh, we moved. Does that mean we basically moved office?
moved the podcast office. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the podcast office for me is now in the city. It's very loud. I'm sure at one point we'll just hear a going past.
I love hearing planes in my podcast.
Yeah. It makes me feel like I'm at the airport, and I love being there.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's our first topic of the day?
Well, I think we got to do a what's been happening, for old time's sake.
That is what's been happening. We just did it.
No. But we normally do a 6 story,
6 story.
Like my story, right? My story is a week ago, I bought a brand new bicycle for $800. And then I rode it to the shops the next day. I really liked the bicycle, and it got stolen the next day.
Oh no!
While it was locked up with a bike lock.
How did they do that? No, it was the guy who sold you the lock. He stole it.
I don't think so. That'd be a very impressive scheme.
Yeah, he put a
He's like
he sold you
tracking
the
me.
lock. He had a tracker on it. Once you locked it up, he took it back, and now it's recently. Well, go back to the shop. I bet your bike's back.
I bet
Bike's
they're
back in the
selling
shop.
it. I bet it's back at the shop and they're selling it right now.
Yeah.
Genius plan. But that happened. I was very sad. Talked to the police
That is sad.
and nothing really happened. They were like so helpful, but
How much did
also
the-
so useless. What was that?
How much did the bike cost?
It was $800.
Oh no.
I was so excited because I moved house, right? I'm now closer to where I work, and I was like, damn, I can just ditch the car and just ride a bicycle everywhere. Be a cyclist. That'd be cool. The fitness hero. And no, got stolen the next day. So that dream is dead. Pretty shit. I'm pretty bad. But anyway, that happened. I also
Everyone, we're gonna start a GoFundMe.
Patreon. Get Mr4Eva a new bicycle.
We'll probably get like 50 cents at least.
50 cents, baby. That's going a long way. 50 cents for a new bike. Can we do it?
Yeah.
You could probably buy a new bike for 50 cents. Wouldn't be the kind you ride.
Let's find one off the streets.
The 50 cents goes towards like a used pair of shoes from an op shop so that you can walk to find a bike that's on the side of the road that I can steal myself.
A little goes a long way.
It does. That's true. So yeah, that happened like last week. And then that same weekend I was you might remember a long time ago I was mentioning how I was running a half marathon. That was that weekend. So that was the day before the half marathon. I was like, I was pretty emotionally destroyed. I was like, damn, bike's gone.
Yeah.
What's even the point of running this half marathon? And then I reconsidered and thought, dude, I just paid like $100 to run and I probably should. So then I forced myself to do it. And then I felt a bit happier after that. I felt like my mind cleared, You know, like when you're going through some tough
I saw your
times.
Snapchat stories about it.
Yeah, I was like, everything's cursed. And then I was like, never mind. Everything's great. Running's great. Life's great. Except it's not. But yeah. Anyway.
Okay. What's been happening, Sona? Tell us a funny story.
I like cake.
Good input.
Oh yeah, she ate cake twice in a row.
Today.
No, the other day.
Every day. Every day.
Every day.
She came over to my place, and
Yeah.
then she brought a whole cake, like one whole cake over.
Damn.
My mum was home, and she shared it with my mum as well. My mum was like, what's the occasion? And she's just like, I don't know, it just felt like cake.
That's
no
the
occasion.
best. That's amazing. Yes. Oh,
So
That's good.
I just said her own what's been happening story for her.
yeah. Good job telling that one, Sona. Thanks for that.
Oh yeah, Zion came last week.
Oh yeah, we met Cyan.
Who?
Cyan.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Cyan YouTube.
Who's that?
He's on the podcast.
Wait. Oh, yeah. I remember now. Dude, I thought you were saying like cyan, like the color.
Oh, what?
I was like, who? And then you said cyan YouTube, and I was like, bro, I'm so behind the times. I don't know who this is.
He's been on the
Oh, this is
podcast.
the worst because he's
He was a
listening.
guest.
He's listening.
He was the one who
He's
said
been on the podcast. I
he
invited him on
replied
the
to your
podcast.
tweet when you were like, come back with a podcast, and he was like, yes. He
Oh,
replied
no.
yes.
And he
Crazy.
even did a tweet. This sign guy, right, guys? He did a tweet where he said something like, "Hey guys, I don't really like listening to music when I'm editing or whatever anymore. I was wondering if anyone had any suggestions on like a podcast or something to listen to. That's a bit interesting." And I was like, "Hey man, listen to OCE radio." And he was like, "Yeah, that sounds like a good idea." Don't even remember him, man. He's cut from the
Wow.
memories.
Wow.
How fucked up. It's like Kingdom Hearts. The plot is messed up. You know, you spend a month away and that man, you know, he's been cast into oblivion. He's never coming back.
That's really
He's
dog.
gone. I do feel dog.
Dog, Mr.
I'd feel dog if my bicycle wasn't stolen, you know?
I
you
think
gotta cut me some slack, you know. It's not like I killed anyone, which I will.
feel
when
like
I find who.
Oh,
it
that's
was.
how I felt when I lost my hard drive.
Like a
Someone
corrupted.
stole it from uni.
He got stolen.
Yeah, I did leave it there, but I came back like the
Yeah.
next. I don't know. I think it was on the same day that I came back. I don't know. It was like on the same day or the next day. It was like connected behind the computer as well, so it's kind of hidden. And
Yeah.
someone just fucking took it.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Like
in a
if
year.
I ever see a USB or a hard drive just lying around,
You're gonna be
you
like,
don't
"That's
take it."
mine." That's what you're gonna do. You've learnt the ways of the jungle. It's gonna be yours now. That's what
It's like-
I'd do. No, I wouldn't
Because
do
like
that.
it was an SSD, probably why it got stolen.
Yeah,
So it's worth like $200.
yeah.
So yeah,
Damn,
that was rip.
that is rip.
And then I lost all the like contents inside.
And you know
so-
what they probably did with it? They probably put Windows on it, put it in their computer, installed League of Legends, and then, you know, and then they were one of the first people to get into the next game, you know,
Yeah,
with their fast SSD with League of Legends on it.
so dog.
No more a potato. Good
It's a good
times.
idea.
Well, stealing SSDs, that's a good idea. All right. I
The
mean,
mic is really staticky still.
I didn't think OCE radio condoned crimes until now.
Mr.4Eva, your mic is still pretty bad.
Yeah. It's not on my recording, just on Discord. I don't know. Discord
Oh, you
keeps doing
tried
that
it out.
lately. What's that?
Okay, we'll have to deal, but it's fine on your recording.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been happening a lot lately on Discord. I think Discord changed its audio somehow.
Okay,
Make
never
it
mind.
shit.
We'll deal with it.
Deal with it, Sona. Huh? But, yeah.
Okay, so next topic. What are we going to talk about?
I want to hear about the League of Drama.
League of Podcast Drama.
Yeah.
Featuring RTB, who made a tweet that got more likes than his usual videos.
Yeah, how fucked is it that our podcast, right? Normally you'd be like, so this tweet happened last night where this guy, he said that I'm a cutie pie isn't a good jungler. And then I Will Dominate came out and said, no, he is a good jungler. Normally you'd do that. Instead, we're literally just talking about what you put on Twitter. How sad. Just like, dude, crazy drama happening. So I'm one of my tweets, right?
Yeah. Well, my tweet, it's my heart. It's kind of sad that this tweet where I called out Night Blue and
Yeah.
I Will Dominate is my highest like tweet ever.
Yeah. It hurts. Yeah.
Why can't it be? why
Well,
can't
you
it
know,
be
when you
something
think of it, that's probably
cute?
why. That's probably why, because you're actually calling out people in drama. People
Yeah,
love
no
that
one else
shit.
had called them out. So basically, what happened, for those who don't know, the owner of League, the founder of League,
The founder of Riot
writer,
Games.
he wrote a really positive, wholesome tweet. He wrote, "Never stop being a good person because of bad people. You know, no ill intent.
Yeah, but do you know
really
why he
wholesome.
wrote that?
Why?
Just a little precursor. I don't actually know the details. This is what I'm guessing. Riot Games has a big sort of history of like, I guess, sexism in their company against women. And I think something came out where, like, you know, a girl who used to, or a woman who used to work at Riot
Yeah, but
Games.
I don't think
was
that's got anything to do with that.
Yeah. No, I think it definitely does. That's why he said it. It had something to do with that, where they were like, you know, women, you know, they weren't being treated right
He
in the
did
workplace.
that like a few days ago.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that story
So-
is like
So that story,
so long.
but I think something else happened with it, and so then I think those people actually got a court case, and something actually happened with it. That's what I'm guessing. I might be wrong, but I think something like that happened, and that's why, he posted
You
a
probably
tweet and
just had a
said,
bad day at the office or something.
so that's why he's posting on Twitter saying, guys, us at Riot Games, just because we have some, bad apples, it doesn't mean we're all bad. That was his point. Which, take it how you want. I don't think that's that bad a comment. He's basically saying like, I think there's some bad shit happening in my company, but it doesn't mean we're all bad. So don't assume Riot Games is sexist because that's not right.
Well, that brings on to the next point, which is when Dominate wrote, "Yeah, it just sucks when the bad people work for the company that your career is based off." Oh.
Yeah. So I think that was I think that he was literally just having a dig at him because I don't see why else Mark Merrill or whatever would tweet that. Doesn't make any sense, does it? No.
No, I just think he was just tweeting that randomly. I don't think it had anything to do with
that's my theory at least. That's what I reckon. But yeah.
That's how Dominate interpreted it, at least.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Well, I actually think
his response afterwards, which was "Grats on having a career revolving around the free game we made," shows that his original tweet wasn't actually talking about Riot Games at all. Because if it was about the bad people working for his company, then he wouldn't have taken offense from it, right?
Well, I'm not sure. I think he would have taken offense either way because he's literally just saying like, "Oh, you're responsible for this." I will Dominate saying that. He's saying like you're responsible for your company, which is somewhat true.
I thought it was a good response by the rioter.
Yeah, it was a roast. It was good. I will Dominate saying shit like. What did he say? He said, "Do you have the tweet in front?"
He said, Dominate said before that, "Yeah, it just sucks when the bad people work for the company that your career is based off of."
Yeah, and then fucking Mark Merrill coming out with the punches and says,
"Congrats on having a career revolving around the free game we made."
So good. Damn.
Yeah, it's so true though.
Why isn't he designing the junglers, man? He's scary. You could make Rengar.
That's why Tryndamere is the best champion in the league.
That's why Tryndamere is the best. That's why he's so angry, dude. Tryndamere's holding back by just going all out on Twitter.
Yeah, anyway, Nightblue then screenshotted that and then said, "I've always held the notion that Riot doesn't care about its creators, and this pretty much confirms it. It's sad to see creators who spend years building their own brand belittled by the founder himself. When the right opportunity arises, I'll definitely stop supporting this game."
Yeah,
and then
it literally so.
I was like, "What the fuck?" That's it was just going off topic. I mean, not off topic, just off the original tweet where he's just saying never stop being a good person because of bad people, and then Nightblue comes in saying, "This is more than just this is he's representing what's wrong with League of Legends right now," which I disagree.
Yeah, no, it's so dumb. It's literally just completely taking shit from nothing. It's literally just
I'm not sure why he was offended.
I Will Dominate takes a dig at Mark Merrill and then he fires back, and then I Will Dominate's like, "Riot Games doesn't support their creators. It's not fair." And I was like, I don't know if that's real. I don't know if you can call that evidence. A tweet.
Yeah, that's not evidence that Riot don't support their creators.
Particularly a tweet that he later deleted. I mean, if he really didn't support it, if he really didn't support his creators, he would have left the tweet there and said, "Fuck the creators" afterwards.
That would have been a good follow up if he left the tweet.
Trust me, Riot Games wouldn't need to. They wouldn't need to. That would have been the fucking best, to be honest. Even as a creator, you couldn't have been going, "Damn, that man's brave."
Wouldn't it be funny if he just went straight up and banned Nightblue and Dominate off League?
Yeah, didn't Nightblue get banned a few times?
I don't know. I think he did because he caused all that drama where this Teemo.
Didn't he do the? Yeah, he was like.
He literally did "I'm gonna get my Riot friend on you."
Yeah. He's literally Nightblue's literally the ninja of League of Legends, except without the following.
Yeah,
he's literally just there was this for those who don't know, from memory, there was this Teemo, a Teemo main that some would call he was doing troll strats, But, he had quite a good win rate on Teemo, and he just did alternative strats. So he'd do like a roaming Teemo mid thing while there's already a mid laner, and people would like flame him saying he's throwing. And so like he's playing these strats. He normally does quite well, and the game's not going that well because the whole team's other than him is basically given up. And Nightblue's on the team. He's just like, I'm going to fucking report you. Fuck you. I'm AFK. Like, you're throwing the game. And then he's just like, I think he like writes in chat or something. He said, I'm going to get my Riot friend to ban you. Something like that. Exact same thing as Ninja saying.
Unironically. That's like a meme I used in my If League had the global server video. Yeah. The guy who has his dad who works for Riot.
It's literally the Microsoft. My dad works for Microsoft and he can ban your Halo Online account.
Yeah, he literally did that.
He literally did that in
actually got them banned
2018 or 2019 probably, yeah. Crazy. But yeah, very funny. And then, that's the guy who is actually the moral Jesus Christ of League of Legends coming out on Twitter saying like, Riot, they don't support their creators, so as soon as Riot goes down, I'm gonna play a different game. It's like, well, no one's
actually they do support their creators. They fucking banned someone for him.
Yeah, didn't they?
Yeah, they banned the Teemo for him, which is helping him because he was like, because like Nightblue and what he Dominate likes to complain. Oh, Riot don't like banning the people that troll my games, and they are. Yeah. And then suddenly they say one comment and they're not supporting me anymore. And also Nightblue's comment where he said, I'm not going to play this game. I mean, I can't wait not to play this. I can't wait not to stop. I can't wait to stop supporting this game. That's bullshit because he's just saying that he's just waiting for the next big game to come that he's going to jump ship to. And then he's going to come back again. Because when Fortnite came about, he made a tweet. I remember it. He said, I'm quitting League for good. I'm never playing it again. Yeah. And I mean it, right? And I was like, yeah, sure, you're not going to come back. Give it. And then after a few months, he came back. I don't know why people say they're quitting and they don't follow up with it. Don't ever say you're quitting. Yeah. That's a pretty bold statement to put out. Only Donkey has said it and actually like committed with it.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, I kind of, I guess, would disagree. And I'd say, what does it really matter if they say they're quitting? Like, because, humans are so much like you change your mind. So it's like, what does it matter,
Well, like, you're trying to, you ruin your credibility, really.
That's kind of true, yeah.
I guess it's kind of just like you're going to do something.
And you saying that is basically like, I'm quitting League of Legends, and then you're going to like...
I never said I was going to quit. I did make a video saying I fucking hated the game, and I did it at the time. I remember. But I never said I was going to quit. I just said I want to do more shit.
I remember that video. It was like, none of my friends play League of Legends anymore.
No, but that was during a pretty bad state of the game.
It was true. Yeah, no one played.
Because after I made that video, there was so many other videos that followed afterwards.
Yeah.
And that was during the time when Nightblue said he was quitting too.
RTB.
I never said I was.
RTB said
I started a movement.
You said I don't like League of Legends before it was cool. But
pretty much.
End of the day, drama was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, so basically my tweet, I just called them out saying they were in the wrong. And like, what did they expect the rioter to respond?
Oh, and like, you dropped an Aussie idiom as well.
Talk shit, get hit. So they talk shit and they got hit.
Dude, I know our American audience is gonna fucking love that one. The talk shit, get hit.
Talk shit, get hit.
They've probably never heard that in their whole career. They're like, damn, that's good. They're going to be stealing that just like we steal.
And some American tried to tell me, that's not talking shit, get hit. That's quite the opposite. They said, he's a professional employee and he's not meant to respond like that. And so it was basically an American trying to tell me what talk shit, get hit meant. And I was like,
dude, that was like, there was this thing with the guy, his name's Critical. Now, I think he's pretty funny. He's like a YouTuber. He's pretty famous. A lot of people watching this probably know him. And he like called out this Aussie commentator and his his following because they were making this joke to do with like Australian sports betting odds, which is like they do it like a to the dollar. So it was just like, they were like making fun of this critical guy, and they're saying, what's the chance of this guy being a cuck? $1.14. And then critical was like calling him out going, you fucking idiot. That's not odds. That's money. And it's like, I mean, if you've never bet in Australia, you'd probably think that, wouldn't you? It's like he just didn't get the joke, but he was calling out saying how dumb they were. It's just like, mate, yeah. Look, I get it. I get where he's coming from, but you're wrong. So it's kind of sad. Like, watch this guy, like you don't actually dislike that much, just make like, you know, this making commentary about like, you know, cultural stuff he doesn't know anything about. It's like, why would you? Like, it's fine. That's like the guy on Twitter calling you out for like talk shit, get hit, and he doesn't. You know what the hell does he?
He said it's not talking shit, get hit if you're getting shade for a valid reason. I'm like, what?
For a valid reason. Oh, he's got you there. Actually, no, I take it back. He's a genius. I take it back.
What? You betrayed me.
You betrayed
It
me.
wasn't a valid. Even if it was a valid reason, and you fucking talk shit, you're gonna have to expect a response.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's the whole point.
It's pretty weak, eh?
If someone's like on the streets and they're like real drunk, and be like, "Oi, fucking drunk cunt," you think he's gonna not respond? You're talking shit.
Yeah.
Even though it's like, yeah, he is drunk, but do you have to say it?
Yeah. Nah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Especially if it's in a negative way. That's the thing. If you don't say it in a negative way, if Dominate was just like,
it's literally the equivalent of a
people.
primary school kid or an elementary school kid trying to make someone mad and saying, "Hey, you suck," and then they go like, "What the fuck?" and then like punch him in the head or whatever, and then then the guy gets punched. He goes to the teacher and goes, "Man, he punched me for no reason." That's what I Will Dominate and Night Blue did. They're like, "Hey, someone, you suck." It's like, it's not fair.
What they did was literally the Pikachu surprise meme.
What's that?
Where it's like, where they talk shit, and then he responds, and they're like, "Oh,
oh." Yeah, no, exactly right. Perfect. Okay, cool. That's the drama sorted.
Okay, enough negativity.
Enough negativity. Let's move to the positivity. Now, the thing I hate about Cyan is sorry. Sorry, I thought we were in a private call. My bad.
Wow.
Whoops. No, we love you, Cyan. I'm sure.
So,
We know you're listening right now. That's the only reason why I said that. It was like a Sundari shout out.
You know, yeah. We call out the viewers who we know are listening. Lindsay-o, another one. That guy who comments on all of our videos, I don't remember his name.
Electro poop.
I'm trying to think of his name. He has a Naruto picture. I think it's Minato or Naruto. I don't remember. One of them. That guy.
Just everyone who watches.
Everyone who watches, shout out to you. Nah, fuck you. Now we're going to get hit because I did that.
Yeah,
You're the one getting hit, not us.
Yeah, they put me up to it. They paid me money on Patreon to make me say that. I didn't want to do it.
Is anyone even like pledging to our Patreon, or did we not even set one?
We don't have a Patreon.
We don't need it.
We're making a Mr4Eva bike Patreon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was talking to somebody yesterday. This is a positive, also a negative.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. It's like we were talking about why my channel's not doing so well. Well, firstly, I mean I didn't have internet, so I couldn't.
I was going to
really
say first answer to your question is obvious, but go on.
Yeah. But the second one was also because I didn't have internet. I stopped playing League and I stopped watching anime, which is what my channel is pretty much based about. So if I got rid of the anime and the League, what do I have left? Just me.
Is this your way of coming out as saying I have no personality, no soul, and no character?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Without anime and League of Legends, I'm nothing.
I mean, I'm sure people don't mind my personality is just it's hard to watch something that you don't know you're going to be interested in.
You know what? On that topic, I really did enjoy that recent vlog.
Cherry blossoms.
Cherry blossoms. Yeah, I thought it was good. I liked it.
I liked it. I liked it too.
I thought it was what's the word? Better than the other vlogs?
Entertaining. What?
Entertaining? Yeah, I liked it more than your other vlogs, I guess.
Yeah, I
There's
put more
more.
effort into it.
I
And
think
Sona
it-
made it funny by being silly.
Simon made it
Oh
funny.
my god!
Simon,
Simon's parts were pretty
Simon
good
needs
too.
to be. Look, I gotta break this down. I'm gonna break this down right on the podcast live. Simon needs to be a recurring character of the RTB. universe.
recurring character. Or
I
should
want to
just
see.
start a new
You
channel.
know how like sometimes you have a side character who like you like more than the main character. That's gonna be Simon on the RTB channel.
Actually, if you think about it, on the RTB channel, I have had side characters, and they just
Yeah.
come and go. It's like a
Yeah,
season
Himichin.
series.
Himichin's a side character.
Himichin's been a side character for years.
I don't know how she'd feel about being described as the side character, but
She has to be
whatever.
the main character.
Uh,
Sona's like the main character in the comment section. Everyone's talking about her. Like, I need to beat Sona next time in the comments. And yeah.
now he's racing her.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, so I think it's not so much my audience only like me for League and anime, but because I make other videos, at first glance, the title and thumbnail doesn't interest them. So like I think if they watched it, they'd like it.
Yeah.
But since they haven't even clicked on it, they don't know they're gonna like it. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. I mean, it follows the pattern because the more views I get, the higher my like to view ratio is roughly the same all the time, no matter the views are high or low. So pretty much, if more people watch it, more people will like it.
Yeah.
Because like yeah, so I don't know.
So you're trying to
Sweet.
tell me that people only like videos that people already
Based on
like?
title. I just
It's
need
not
better
it's-
titles. To be
It's
honest.
not about the content. It's about the
I'm
title.
not even joking.
And about
It is about the title.
damn.
I've uploaded some really bad videos like Darling in the League, but because I called it
I do
Darling in
agree.
the League, it had
It
02
really,
in
it
the
really
thumbnail.
sucks.
It had 200,000 views.
I agree. It
And
sucks that
people were
there is-
like, oh my gosh, I love this video. It's my favorite League video ever. And I'm like, it's just a normal commentary.
I hate that. You can put so much effort in, try and break the boundaries, and then your title, it'll drag you
Yeah.
down into the dust.
Yeah, I know.
And no one will even notice. That you
I'm a
uploaded.
bit disappointed in my newest video, Cherry Blossoms, but it's not in Japan. I think I should have named it something like Anime Girls Anime Girls Visit Cherry Blossoms. That probably would have gotten extra views, extra clicks.
Yeah.
I think I need to go more clickbait. That's
You
my
just had to-
conclusion.
You just had to
I need
say
clickbait.
something. You had to say the RTB beach episode.
That
That's
didn't
good. I
even
liked
do very well.
It didn't do very
so
well.
weird
I liked
because-
the title though.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like I think I've held off on clickbait for so much, like for so long, and I've been so against it that to a point where my videos just don't even seem that interesting. So I need clickbait because clickbait equals interesting.
God, that's a
If you think
sad
about
reality
it.
to live with.
Like if you don't, yeah, like I need clickbait to a certain extent.
Clickbait's all
For
you have
example,
left.
like let me think of one that I did that did well, but that wasn't that good of a video. I don't know. I haven't really clickbaited that much.
Okay, well, he's got nothing. Let's talk. Let's talk gaming, maybe movies and shows. Let's particularly. Let's go.
Wearing
Let's go straight to
review.
movies. Yeah, I was gonna say. Hold up, Mike. Your mic's fucking
watch
up or
it?
something.
Did you watch it?
Your mic.
Wait, my mic. My
Yeah.
mic.
Yeah, it's fucked. Unless I'm just hearing it fucked.
Wait, let me test.
Everyone's mic is.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, my mic is fucked.
It is fucked. Hey. Dude, I love the robot. We're weathering with you.
What's wrong with this?
How good.
Really?
I think you're good now.
Yeah, I know. I restarted it. Maybe I shouldn't use Adobe Audition. Actually, I should probably update the software.
Damn. All right. Let's talk weathering with you. You guys saw it, right?
Yep.
Let's try and keep it spoiler free because I think it's still showing. Maybe. Possibly.
Yep.
Was
a lot of people are waiting to watch it illegally on websites.
Yeah, so we won't
So
spoil.
a lot of people
I don't know. I don't know what you mean by illegally. I've never done that, so I'm just
saying,
gonna.
I've never watched anything illegally in my life.
I only use Kiss Anime, which is 100% legal alternative to Crunchy.
Whoa!
That's a lie. That's not true.
Some kids might actually think Kiss Anime is legit though.
Yeah, the porn ads and shit. They're just
endorsed by the companies.
They're good friends.
Much.
Dude, to be honest, this is something I've been thinking lately.
Yep.
I find those like porn game ads very funny.
Right.
I clicked on them once or twice just to see what the ad is because there's like it'll bring you to like a
You
ad
clicked on them,
advertising.
dude.
Yeah.
You have a virus.
I hope not. They're so
That's
funny.
why your mic's funny.
You'll like click it and it'll bring you to something that'll be like only you can be my king and it's like what? What person like sees that and is actually keen to play it? I don't know. You're watching like
people who watch
Naruto.
Anime.
You watch
Obviously,
Naruto and then you jump into that.
That's where they're advertising it. The people who watch anime.
They're so funny, man. Anyway, weathering with you. Those who don't know, brand new anime movie just came out. It's actually been, I think, put up for an Oscar award for an international film or something like that. And it's apparently the first Japanese anime film in like 14 years or something like that. That's been put up for something like that, which is pretty impressive stuff.
Didn't Your Name get put up for an award?
I don't think so, because otherwise they would have said just like the award nominated Your Name when I read the article, which I didn't read it, but I read the title. Good research.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw something like that. So that's exciting stuff. It's getting an award, or not getting an award. It's been nominated, which is good for the anime industry, because it's often sort of like looked down upon.
Maybe Your Name didn't get nominated because it got released in Japan first, and by the time everyone in the West saw it, it was like
watch the pirated
it was too late to be nominated because the year passed.
Yeah.
But this time, this one had hype. So
yeah. Although I did think it had less hype than Your Name. I remember being really hyped about Your Name. This movie I only heard about because she mentioned it.
Maybe not yet. Maybe it's because it's not out on illegal sites yet. A lot of people don't know about it.
But anyway,
everyone is. Yeah.
Would you say it's better than Your Name?
Yes.
There were bits I didn't like, but there were also like the storyline, the way the story flowed was better.
Yeah, it made more sense to like a.
Yeah, it made more sense.
It was easier to follow.
There were a lot of things that also didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning, it's about. I don't think this is a spoiler because
I was going to say, I hope you're not going to.
It's about the guy running away from home.
Yeah.
Running away from his parents, and it's like, why? Like, why, as a 14-year-old kid, would you just run away to another side of Japan?
Yeah.
It's not like, and it's not like it didn't even give like a sad backstory. Like, I got beaten by my parents every day.
Wait,
Story.
that would have made you like it too. Probably you'd have been like,
Yeah,
damn, he gets beaten.
Oh my gosh. But instead he was just like, I didn't have enough space in my house. So I fucking ran away.
Dude, he's such a fucking he's such a whinger. He's just like, my parents,
Yeah, so he was a bit weird.
they don't let me be myself.
And he also committed a lot of crime throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Which was a bit like, okay.
Bit of a spoiler, but you know why I'm pissed? At one point, that man tries to steal a bicycle. Eh? Remember that scene? And you know what the worst part? That bike lock worked, unlike mine.
Oh, that's rip.
Yeah.
I don't remember that scene actually.
You don't remember it?
I do remember him doing a lot of fucked up crime, and somehow he didn't actually go to juvenile prison.
I remember I watched the movie and I remember thinking to myself, like, dude, why are they like, when did shit get so chaotic? It's like, isn't he gonna get arrested?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, couldn't they have like calmed down the crime to make it a bit more believable?
It's like, how does this end in a happy ending?
Like, I believed all the like what do you call it? Like the supernatural stuff that happened more than how he didn't get arrested.
Yeah.
The way that like all the supernatural stuff was more believable than all the police's reactions to his crime.
Yeah. I remember thinking to myself, oh, so that's why it's called Weathering with You. Like, watching the movie. Which, you know, people who haven't seen it, you'll probably think to yourself, go, oh, so they are, Weathering with, It's one of those sort of movies where the title's like, oh, I understand.
Yeah, that's gonna be like my YouTube videos. Oh, that's why it's called
That's why it's called Cherry Blossoms Not in Japan.
Yeah, no, that was right at the beginning. Right at the beginning of the video. Oh, that's why it's called Cherry Blossoms, but it's not in Japan. It's because it's in Australia. Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, that was my thinking, but someone made a good point, and someone was like, saying Cherry Blossoms, but it's not in Japan is like saying anime, but it's made in China. And I was like, well,
damn.
That's kind of a good point. That hit hard.
Damn, that means.
See, my titles are just bad. They're terrible.
They're terrible. All right. So I think the consensus, other than Sona, that me and RTB have is that your name was better.
No, it wasn't.
I think it's better.
I like the feeling. It just feels better.
I remember walking out of your name and thinking, damn, that was good. And I walked out of this one and I liked it.
Maybe you were just happier back then.
Maybe I was a happier
I was more
person.
Depressed.
Yeah.
so we
maybe
turned
I
like,
still had my
your name reminds
then.
us of happy times.
Yeah.
The good old times
No,
where we used to make
no,
funny
no,
videos
no.
together.
With that being said, this movie's definitely brilliant, and I think it deserves the thing it's being nominated for because it is good. As far as even just like animation, even if you just like,
oh yeah, the animation.
Just from an animation standpoint, it's spectacular. I can't think of.
There were so many bits in the movie where I was like, are they going to sell these like screen grabs as like digital downloads so I can have them as a wallpaper or something? Like, I was actually thinking that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I also wanted to buy a digital download so I can print some up and frame them. There were so many good shots.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just buy the movie and then screenshot it. Is that legal?
Yes.
No. I don't know. Who knows? Who cares?
Yeah, see?
But yeah, that movie's great. Definitely recommend it if you're an anime fan, or even if you're not. This might be a nice one to like, introduce you to the subject because it's unlike
Why
shit
are
like.
non-anime fans watching this podcast?
What's that?
Why are non-anime fans wouldn't be watching this podcast?
Because they love League of Legends.
But this is an anime League of Legends podcast.
No, this is a OCE radio podcast.
It's subscribe to this channel.
To whose channel?
This channel.
This channel. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe,
Cool.
Maybe they stumbled across it, but they didn't think about subscribing.
Yeah, maybe.
So like and subscribe right
Now
now.
they know. Follow us.
Maybe-
Follow us on. Follow the podcast on iTunes, Spotify. I'd say Google Play, but that's a lie. It's not on there.
Fuck Google Play.
Google Play. Now we can never go on there.
Oh wait, we're uploading to YouTube, which is owned by Google.
Oh.
We're getting censored now.
Hey, what's that? What's that one called? What's the Google thing that no one liked? It's like the social one.
Oh, Google
Plus.
Plus.
Fuck Google Plus.
That was really weird. I don't know what they were thinking.
What a weird phase. I remember having people on Google Plus.
Did you get a notification on YouTube saying YouTube direct messages are going away? And people were like, there were direct messages.
I still have them.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
I think I tried to use them at one point, but like no one ever replied because no one knows it exists. I remember
Yeah.
stumbling upon it once and going, "Oh, let's try this out," and no one replies.
Going, oh, sounds cool. Yeah. So back to anime land. Movie's definitely great. Animation's spectacular. Soundtrack is actually really good too. I'm quite
Yes.
into music, so
Made by the same people as did Your Name. One,
the same composer / band that did this soundtrack in Your Name. It's also the same director, Makoto Shinkai. He's quite famous for doing these
I
type
think
of
that one's
movies
obvious.
where they get big feels. What's that? That's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it obvious?
Because it's literally advertised like that.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is though as well, like if you don't really know anything about the industry or anything about anime movies, then you've probably never heard his name in your entire life. So like even advertising saying another Makoto Shinkai film, and then they follow up with like from the director of Your Name. It's like even if you're into anime, you might never have seen that shit. So it's kind of like useless. That's why we tell the story. But yeah.
I see.
He's I think he's been compared as like another sort of Miyazaki who does Spirit Away, Princess of Mononoke, shit like that.
No,
Yeah.
but the Miyazaki like goes more into the story rather than like the animation. But Shinkai actually like focuses a lot on the visual. when
I
you
would have
think about
said
it.
Shinkai focuses on. They both sort of focus on feelings, but Miyazaki likes to be a lot more cryptic. It will like really
Yeah.
confuse you. You're like, what the fuck am I watching?
That's why I like it.
I kind of don't like it sometimes because of that, because it kind of, goes over my head. I'm like, damn, why am I on acid right now? Not that I've ever done acid, but if I had, that's what I'd think.
I don't know. Your name just didn't hit me in the feels.
Oh yeah, well that man's because you're not a boy who switched bodies with a girl and then you forgot their
Yeah.
name.
You couldn't empathize with that, unlike
Yeah.
me.
No.
Daniel's
Which
forgotten
bodies
names
did you
before.
remember? And then we met. Oh wait,
What?
your memory got erased.
Yeah,
Only
you
I
don't remember.
it.
You don't remember. Only Daniel remembers.
Yeah,
There is also.
I saved your whole village from a meteor.
whatever.
There is in Weathering of You there is a cameo from those the main characters.
Yeah, that was great.
I didn't.
When they
actually-
appeared, I was just like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
I didn't even realize it. I didn't even notice it was them. My mate, I went to the movies with my mate, and he turned to me and said something when they were there, and then I made fun of them. I was just like, yeah, what? Like the chick, for example, like I was
Yeah.
like, why is she so pushy about this shit, man? Why doesn't she fuck off? I was like, why did they have that in the movie? Why is she such like so rude, like out of nowhere? And then then later he explained to me, he's like, oh, that's her from the last movie, and I was like, oh, that's why they made her stand out.
You didn't
Oh, it makes
recognize
sense.
them. You just thought, "Oh, fuck, another anime girl."
And when the boy from the last movie turned up, I thought he was a bad guy because he was way too nice. I was like, "There's no way someone can look like the standard anime protagonist and not be a bad guy when he's not the
This
protagonist."
time he got demoted to side character. This time,
Yeah, he got demoted.
the guys, people from Your Name, they're side characters.
That's why this movie's not as good. They should have been the main characters of this movie.
Again.
They should have like as soon as they showed up, they should have.
If the stories like overlapped, that would have been cool.
Yeah,
somehow.
that would have been cool. I was surprised how extreme I guess it gets, like with the plot. You know, because you're like, oh, it wouldn't go that far, would it? Oh my god, it went that far.
Yeah.
Very much like that kind of movie, which is, you know, subverts your expectations. Good fun. I like it.
Yeah, good times.
Any other anime related content to discuss?
I need to watch Demon Slayer. I haven't had
Demon Slayer,
but apparently it's good. Well, people are hyping it up to be.
I heard it's good. I haven't watched it
Well,
yet.
Himichin was like, I was like to Himichin, it's okay. I've only watched 2 episodes, and she's like, no, you got to watch up to episode 16. I'm like, 16?
It's like
that's quite a far, man.
That's a long
I
way.
think that's how many episodes there are right now. Isn't
It was a 13. It was something high. It was like a whole season of anime. I'm like,
That's like there's this anime called like Katekyo Hitman Reborn, and I'm a big fan.
The one with the little kid.
Yeah, the little baby detective or
Yeah.
little baby hitman. And when I first saw it, I thought
This is
this is
like
fucking. When I saw it, I thought this is fucking stupid. And when I watched, I was like, well, I'll give it 3 episodes. I watched 3 episodes and I thought, this is fucking stupid. And I went on Reddit, like reading about it. I was like, why do people like this show? This is so garbage. And then I read the Reddit and then all these posts were like, this show sucks. This show sucks. And all the responses were always, no, you can't say it sucks till you've watched 40 episodes. And I was like,
40.
I was like, bro, I'm not watching 40 fucking episodes of this show. I did.
Yeah.
And now I fucking think it's amazing.
That's
It's like 300 episodes or something too, something crazy. It's like, it's really funny. Like apparently what happened was they made the show or like the manga or whatever, and when they first made it, it was just like a 4-panel like comedy thing. So like when you first start watching it, it's just really shitty like childish punchlines. You're like, this is so dumb. And then like somewhere along the way, someone like fucking punched the author in the head and he lost his mind. And then made it like a story like action thing, and it gets real good.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, why didn't they start with that? Because that stuff's good, but you can't skip to it because otherwise you have no idea who any of the characters are. Because you have to watch like 40 episodes of comedy trash before you know what's going on. So
Rising of the Shield Hero is just bad though.
yeah,
Like
it's bad.
I mean, I'm the one who made a leak anime on it, and so many people are like, I love it so much. Thanks, RTB, for recommending it to me.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I don't like it.
I liked it.
I don't
thought
know.
it was good. I mean, I
Me
read
and
the
Sona
manga
watched
as
it,
well.
and the problem I had with it, the story was okay. It's just like, it have like all this filler shit for like 20 minutes, then like progress the story for 1 minute, and then have a cliffhanger. And then
Yeah.
I was like, you don't deserve to have a cliffhanger. How can you give me that shit and just leave a cliffhanger like that? Attack on Titan, on the other hand, I think I've talked about this before. They like have good content all the way, and then they deserve to have a cliffhanger.
For me,
I'm
it seemed
satisfied.
like the problem was that they didn't adapt it that good as an anime. Like I thought, because I had read the manga, there weren't really any cliffhangers, so I already knew what happened. So it's kind of like, I guess, ruined in that way. Although at the same time, for me, the show and the manga is like, for the 25 episodes, I think it gets right up to where the manga's up to, and it's like, you know, you got sort of like 10 episodes of good stuff, and then after that, it's kind of like, well, I don't really care anymore. It's like it like starts out really epic, you know. It's like, oh, what tragedy, and then it, you know, he comes all good, and it's like, well, we don't really care about this guy anymore. Let's be real. Like now that everything's too easy for him, it's like not interesting. Just kind of spoils the whole interesting part, which was that everyone hated him for no reason. That was how sad is that? I like that that aspect. I like that everyone hates him. That was the best bit.
Well, anything else?
What other anime have I been watching? Nothing.
My brother said Dr. Stone is good.
Yeah, it's okay. I watched the first episode and I thought, damn, that was pretty good. And then I watched the next episode and I thought, yeah, that's pretty good. And then I actually went ahead and read the manga, and then I sort of like was like, nah, I don't give a fuck. This sucks. because I got ahead and then I saw where it was going and I was like, well, now it's no different than any other like shonen show. So lost interest, I guess. But yeah, it starts out pretty good. I like Dr.
Just
Stone
like
initially.
I lost interest in Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
After season 2, I gave up. I watched a bit of season 3. I was like, this is shit. What the fuck? Like, where's all the characters going? I just gave up.
yeah, they really do that, eh? Tokyo Ghoul, I remember watching it the first time. And I think it's the first 7 episodes is just like, wah, it's so hard being a ghoul. I hate it. And it's just like, God, this guy is so whiny and I hate him. I actually hope he gets killed. I was like, I hate him so much. And then it gets to like episode 10 or something where his hair turns white and you're like, this show's cool. It's good now. It's funny. Lately I've been reading a lot of Korean web novels and webtoons as well. Not so much webtoons, but the novels are fucking amazing. Damn. Koreans know how to write, man. It's scary. I never thought that I'd be so into reading until lately. I picked up a couple of light novels that I found online, definitely legally, and was reading them, and they're quite good. And what I now realize is reading a book is like watching anime with your brain.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it makes, the funny thing is, because I'm reading like stuff that was originally written in Korean, it's been translated to English so I can read it, right? Some of the translations are real shit. Like the English isn't their first language. They kind of do it as like a hobby. And so it's like the writing's so bad, but I let it go because like I can sort of guess what the intention was. And somehow that doesn't really interrupt that much like my reading experience. It's pretty crazy. There's funny times where I was reading this book and they had like, it was really weird. It was this time it was a Chinese writer and he wrote about, for some reason he was writing about a very specific car. I can't remember the car, but it was basically the equivalent of like, and so the man was hit by a car, a Ford Falcon AU. It was like, why did he write that? Why did he go so specific? It had no bearing on anything. Yeah. It was like an isekai story. So like, it was like, oh no, he's going to wake up in another world. It's like, why did he write a Ford Falcon AU? Why didn't he just like write he was hit by a car like a normal writer?
Fill up the word count.
It was just, it was like, why am I reading a uni student's essay? Like, what is this?
So you can imagine the details. He was hit by Ford Falcon.
I'm like, oh damn, and it was a car that I didn't even know that well, so I was just like, I didn't even add anything for me. I was just like, I remember because like on these websites, so you read,
no, he was sponsored. He was sponsored.
You can do comments on it, like, and say like, oh, I think this is the story, and I love that because it's like having a mini community, who read the story review and they like add comments as they read each chapter. So that's good fun, right?
Yep.
And there's I remember the comment was just like, it was like, a Ford Falcon AU. I see the author too is a man of culture. And I was just like, what the fuck? Why is this like an anime fucking website basically? And people are just talking about cars in the comments. So funny.
Golf's are the best.
Yeah. So good. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I've been into. Reading is fun. Recommend if you get sick of watching anime or can't find a good anime, pick up a book. You'll be surprised. You'll be like, why was I not doing this? Why did I think this was shit?
I'm just so, I don't know.
Do you remember when PewDiePie did his book reading thing?
Book reviews. Yeah.
I now understand.
Yeah,
I feel cultured.
It's good. It's just I'm just too stupid.
Too stupid to read?
Not too stupid to read so much, but too stupid to fucking sit down and read.
Yeah.
I mean, not literally read, but find a time and set time aside to do it.
Have you given manga a try?
No.
Because that's what got me. That's what got me interested. Reading manga, I was like, dude, manga's good, but reading is like it's almost always way better than manga because it gives you way more. For me, anime, a lot of the ways I like anime because they go into feelings. Like Western stuff doesn't really do that. They prefer doing actions, like following a character's actions. They don't really go into feelings that much, except like romance, which is it's okay, but I'm not really always wanting to do that. I want to go deeper than that sometimes with like your reading. But fucking like Japan and Korean like culture. I mean, this is kind of just a judgment from reading. Like they love going into like what characters are feeling and thinking way deeper. It's so interesting.
Maybe because they don't talk about it in society.
Damn.
So they need to express it through other mediums.
Damn.
They don't talk about it.
So deep.
Oh.
Damn. Next week on
right,
the OCE
Sana?
Radio podcast,
What?
we'll talk about Korean culture and how they
Do
don't
Koreans
talk
talk
about
about feelings that much out loud? No.
I don't know.
it. Our resident Korean doesn't know. Damn. But yeah, if anyone wants a recommendation, Second Life Ranker is a good novel. So's I Alone Level Up. And there's also one called Supreme Magus or Magus or something like that. They're all really good. Recommend. Yeah.
All right. Should we finish off for today?
Yeah, we can finish up. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching if you stared at the screen for 1 hour. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for coming back to OCE Radio. See ya.
Bye.
Bye bye.
She had to delay it.